Okay, in the last part of this video, we got through entering our data, generating a plot, and calculating a best fit line. We want to continue and finish up this by getting our spreadsheet ready to print and calculating the concentration of our unknown solution. For starters, I want to calculate an average density for the unknown. I've entered the three measured density values. If you recall from the Study Guide A video, I can use the average function, equals average, open parentheses, drag over the range of the cells you want to average, close parentheses. And so the average density values for three replicate measurements of the unknown salt solution is 1.030 grams per milliliter. Now, to calculate the unknown percent chloride, I need to use that best fit equation. So if I take y is equal to mx plus b, which is the equation for a line, and I solve for x, I get that x is equal to, so I equals, open parentheses, I can use parentheses just like I do in a normal algebraic equation. My y value is that unknown density, or the density of the unknown solutions, minus b, or the intercept, close parentheses, and all of that divided by the slope. Now, it's displaying it in decimal form. Because I've entered things as percentages here, I'd like it to also display as percent, and I'd like a couple extra significant figures. Okay, and so my unknown salt solution comes out to be, what I would report is that my unknown was 5.55%. Now, these students had an unknown letter for their salt solution. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but you should specify what letter unknown you had. So that gives my calculation of the unknown salt solution. Let's take a peek at what this is going to look like if I try to print it. You can use the Print Preview button in your toolbar, or go to File, Print Preview. Sometimes it doesn't display and you need to use those little down arrows to see everything. And if I look at this, there's some things I'm not terribly satisfied about. First of all, it's hard to see where the edges of the cells are, and second, it's cutting off my graph. Let's solve this in two steps. First, I want to move the chart to a separate page, and then I'll add some grid lines and row and column headings here. To move the chart, I'm going to right-click anywhere in the chart area and click on Location, and it pulls back up this chart location option, and I want to enter it as a new sheet. Now, if I look down here, I can toggle back and forth between the two, but it's now entered as a separate sheet. I can click on a scale and change the size of the font used on the scale. Same thing with these labels. Change it so it looks nice. And the nice thing about using it as a separate sheet is it will print out looking very close to what it looks like on this page, similar scale, etc. If you want to change the size of the points, format data series, and we can change the point size. Don't make them too large, but you can make them look a little nicer. And so there I have a chart that I'm pretty happy with, and your lab instructor may have asked you to print out a plot from Excel, and you just go to File, and I'll go to Print Preview, but you just go to Print. And in this case, you get a nice page plot. Okay. The second thing that your instructor may ask you to print out is this spreadsheet. And if I look at this, it still looks a little weak with no grid lines and things of that nature. You can go to the Setup tab here, or you could have gone directly from File, Page Setup, the Sheet tab, and grid lines will give us the grid, and row and column headings will give us the labels for those grids. Now if I look at the Print Preview, where did it go? There it is. I see the row and column headings, and I can see each cell clearly. I think this makes it a little easier to see the printout, and I just go to Print, and that would be ready to go to the instructor. Be sure you put your name on each page and your lab section and any other information your instructors asked for. But the things I did here to make it ready to print were to move the chart to a separate tab. If you want it on this page and shrink it, or you want to go to page setup and make it landscape, that can certainly be appropriate. I find it more convenient to put it as a separate page, but that's up to you, of course. So that should have gone through how to generate a calibration plot in general using experiment 2 as an example.